Yeah, so yes, we can actually make use of low power computers as a thin clients, and then we can connect it to a server, and then we can do some some things over there, on our thin client with and work it with the server. So definitely there are some minimal things which you can also do on a low power computer. There will be very say minimal configuration which will be available to you. Okay, so let us just read about it. Okay, and the explanation remains very similar to what we did yesterday. But then what we will see is that there are some vendors and there are some companies which are actually making low power computers. So currently the computer manufacturers are coming up with low power consuming models. However, still less power consuming workstations are yet to be made. As the trend is increasing towards green IT, more demand is there for effective energy utilization. As per current findings, maximum machines on the earth are using Windows operating system and a few are using Mac and Linux. In early Windows, the power saving is not addressed, but from Windows 8, power settings are available. Intel, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Intel unveiled 16 new products based on company's first 45 nanometer processor, which means the size of the processor is extremely less. You can just just see what a 45 nanometer processor will look like. Also, you can search on an internet and see how small it would be. These new processors boost up a PC speed, reduces the power requirement, saves battery life, helps the environment, and comes in a small package for fashionable and compact based computer designs. So this is how Intel has contributed to low power computers. HP. The HP has introduced low power PCs with additional cooling features which automatically improve the performance. So this is how HP has also contributed to low power computers. Linux. The Linux operating system machines consume very less power. Also, the Linux file servers are energy efficient. Okay, so most of the servers, mostly you will see in big corporates, they will be all Linux based. The better part of the Linux machines is that they are also less costly. Now there are two organizations, that is Nortec and Excito. They both are actually also we can say manufacturers of low power computers. See this Intel uh, and HP, they work mostly on a global basis. Okay, so they both are producing low power computers, whereas Nortec, which is a Bangkok based company, okay, is offering you, we can say, low power machines. Okay, and they are also very cheaper in rate. They have named them as Micro Client Junior. So there are two models available. One is Micro Client Junior and one is micro client senior. And they come up with some, if you could just see very little bit configuration, they will have 128 MB of RAM, then some input output port. Just a second. Khan Zaid, can you please switch off the camera if at all you are attending? Okay, yeah. So, micro client junior model and micro client senior model, they will have some little bit of configurations, okay, which you can see. They have 128 MB of RAM, input output ports, 10 to 100 Mbps internet, Ethernet cable, then three USB ports. Okay, so similarly, uh, there is another version which will just have a small operating system running on it, that is DOS. Okay, DOS, if you're aware about DOS, is a console based operating system, disk operating system. The command prompt that we see, okay, when we write CMD, okay, so that is nothing but we can say disk operating system without any GUI. So it can also run that. So what we see is that these low power computers will have very minimal functionality, yes, but they can be very good to do either certain minimal work, or we can say to connect to a server and get our work done. So Nortec is one of a company, and another organization is, we can say, Excito, which is a Swedish based, which also offers a low power machine, which is mostly Linux based. Okay, And if you could see, these are the things, okay, these are certain configurations which we say, are provided into Excito. Okay, so this simply wants to say that uh, organizations can go for low power computers, okay, and they can save a huge on to the power supply. Okay, what is the next thing which we can do for saving the power supply? So that is what we come to the concept of blade servers. Okay, so let's start. The maximum utilization of power happens in the server room, but there are also other places in organization where power utilization is done and where we can also save some power. It won't help in large amount of saving, but this smaller energy will definitely improve. Now what we can do, so we already told that server is going to be our maximum power consumer. So what we can do for it? So when we talk about server, there are two things which we can do. First is we can definitely go for virtualization. Okay, and second thing is we can make use of blade servers. Virtualization and use of blade server technique will help in reducing the amount of energy which is consumed by the servers. Blades are entire computers contained on a card which can be inserted into a larger device. As such, rather than one server taking an entire rack, 20 blades can be installed into one unit. So I think we have already seen this architecture yesterday in our presentation also, that blades will be like this. Also, they will actually go inside a rack. There can be one blade, okay, so a rack can consume as many blades as it can have. Okay, there can be partitions also. It all depends upon what kind of blade architecture the organization is going for. Okay, so what is the advantage if we make use of blade servers? Blade servers will be very energy efficient. They consume 10% less power than the equivalent rack mount servers, because multiple servers will share the common power supply, will share the same cooling fan and other components, and it will also save space. So if we go for blade servers, we are saving space, we are saving the amount of energy which we spend on cooling, and we are also saving amount of power supply that we are giving. Many organizations have a large number of server. The reality is that each server only has a, okay, so see, till here is the concept of blade. Okay, so the blade concepts is still here. Now what we are discussing is, okay, now what we are discussing is what we call it as server customization. Okay, so I think that also we have seen yesterday. Okay, so there is a concept of blade and there is another concept which we say server customization. What is server customization? Okay, so okay, what if we purchase a server but maximum features of the server we are not using? So a lot amount of we can say energy will just go down in running certain things of the server which we are not using at all. So we can go for server customization. Okay, so that's what now we are trying to understand. So it says many organizations have large number of servers. The reality is that each server only has a 5 to 10% CPU utilization rate. This boils down to a lot of hardware taking a lot of space and not doing as much as it should. So what it could be done for them? So for that, we have already seen yesterday that ask.com has taken an approach in which it can maximize the efforts from its server. It has asked its vendor Dell to build the servers that are customized for its very specific functions. Each server is built with specific memory, specific processors, and the power supplies, all tuned to the application that the server supports, which means Ask.com has, we can say, customized the server according to its own requirement. So that is another, we can say, a place where you can do a huge amount of power saving. And what we see at the end, that ask.com has cut the server power usage by 30% just by customizing their servers. Okay, so when we talk about servers, we can go for virtualization, which will help us to save the power. We can go for blade servers, which can help us to save the power, and we can go for server customization, which can help us to save the power. Okay. Now next comes is computer settings. There are different computer settings which we can actually do, which can help us to save the power. फर्स्ट वन इज पोलिंग. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पोलिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? अगर कंप्यूटर हमारा आइडल स्टेज में होता है एंड वेन एवर वी प्रेस अ की और जब हम माउस को जस्ट वी जस्ट टच द माउस एंड और वी डू समथिंग, ओके, वी जस्ट वेक्स अप द कंप्यूटर, सो दैट इज नोन एज पोलिंग। नाउ यहाँ पे क्या बताया गया है कि अगर आपका कंप्यूटर आइडल स्टेज में है, अगर आपका सीपीयू आइडल स्टेज में है एंड इफ यू वेक इट अप फ्रीक्वेंटली इट विल कंज्यूम अ ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ पावर। सो वेकिंग अप अननेसेसरीली, ओके, मतलब वेकअप अगर आपको डेफिनेटली अगर आपको कुछ काम करना है डेफिनेटली यू हैव टू वेक इट अप, बट इफ यू आर जस्ट रैंडमली वेकिंग इट अप, और समझो या तो कोई एप्लीकेशन है जो आपके मशीन में चल रहा है जो बार बार कंप्यूटर को आइडल स्टेज में से वेकअप स्टेज में लाता है, देन इट इज गोइंग टू कंज्यूम अ लॉट अमाउंट ऑफ पावर। सो व्हाट वी कैन डू, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर हम अननेसेसरीली पोलिंग कर रहे हैं, मतलब अननेसेसरीली कंप्यूटर को आइडल स्टेट में से वेकअप स्टेट में ला रहे हैं, वी शुड स्टॉप इट। सेकेंडली, if at all we have to do polling, okay, it should be less frequent, it should not happen more frequently। so एक example दिया गया है, there are many applications जिसमें क्या होता है, just in 1 second there are 10 polling actions which are happening। so अगर ऐसा हो रहा है, okay, just in 1 second itself your machine is coming from idle stage to wake up state, then going again into idle state, then coming again into wake up state, then it is going to consume huge amount of memory। so normally we should see to it, okay, that we should stop, we can say, unnecessary polling, or we should reduce, we can say, the amount of polling that is happening। next is, I think, so this is about the first computer setting which we can do, that is polling। we can set this in, okay, we can set this into our control panel। next what we can do is turn off unused devices, I think we are all aware about it। it is very simple, that but very important approach to save the power। so if a system is not used we should turn it off immediately। next is use large buffers। so using large buffers is similar to the concept of use bigger drives, so rather than having smaller drives, because what will happen, let's say if you have a cd, if you have a dvd, if you have multiple hard drives running, when they all are spinning they will need huge amount of energy। so having more number of devices will actually require a huge power supply, because all devices individually will have their own power requirement, okay। so instead we should go for larger devices, we should go for larger buffers, so that at a time only one device is spinning, and then it will become easier for us to save the power over there, okay। then the next concept, so this was about computer settings, which is the next area where we can save the power, so then comes the storage। in storage you can go for green drives, you can go for made architecture or RAID architecture। today we will discuss about green drives, okay। so green drives, we can say, are designed in a specially different way, they are not working in the similar manner, the architecture and the working of the green drives is different। they are designed in a way so that the storage will take less amount of time, and even the extraction of data from the drive will take less amount of time। so these type of drives are used to reduce the amount of power uses through a variety of mechanism, including the unloading the heads during the idle time, during to reduce the aerodynamic drag, which means if the disk is not being used, okay, how to free the heads from the disk. That is the hardware part of it is totally a different story, okay, we need to actually go into the working of the hardware, that how it is designed and so on। but point is that there is some different mechanism which is applied, so that we can say, जब वो ड्राइव पे डेटा स्टोर होता है या जब वो ड्राइव पे डेटा एक्सेस होता है, okay, so it is very fast and it is consuming very less power, okay। so this is how we can say, green drives are actually a major, we can say, helper to we can say, less our or save our power requirement। so Western Digital is a major producer of green drives, okay, so it is an organization which is a major producer of green drives, and it is estimated that it saves more electricity at the end of the year। so when we migrate to green drives, it will not be there that in a day we will be able to see, yes, we have saved so much of electricity, but definitely once an whole entire year will complete, okay, we will understand that there is a so much of save happen into electricity, okay। now made and read, we will look into it afterwards, okay। so which is another area in which we can save the power, so another area turns out to be monitors। now let's see about it, the monitors consume the maximum power, Even new monitors consume about 100 watts of power while they are on. In sleep mode, they typically just use 5 watt of power or less. Adjusting monitors to automatically enter a sleep period after a non-use is a quick and an easiest way to reduce the cost. Okay, so the first thing that we understood about monitors is that we should prefer to go the monitors into the sleep mode when they are not in use. Next, even all the LCD models are not power savers, so we should know the power requirement of a monitor before we start buying the monitor. Okay. Now, which are the different monitor settings which can actually help us to save the power? So first thing is that if your monitor is rendering high-end graphics, या अगर आपका मॉनिटर पे बहुत एनिमेशंस जो है वो चल रहा है, या अगर आपके मॉनिटर पे ऐसे कलर्स है which are very bright in colors, so then it is going to consume a huge amount of power. Okay, giving you an example, I think whenever in our phones, if you'll see that if you want to opt for energy saving mode, they will always prefer us to go for dark theme. Okay, which means they will always prefer to say that go for a black background and it is going to save a huge amount of energy. We will be able to understand why it is so today. Okay, so first things, if your monitor is having wallpaper which is having huge graphics, which is having animations, or at times the monitor goes into sleep mode, but then it continuously shows a screensaver which is having animations, then nothing is going to happen. It is not going to save your power, instead it is going to consume your power. And what kind of colors should be there onto the monitor to save the power? So we see over here that if white color is rendered, so the we say the brightest color is white. Okay, so it is going to consume a huge amount of power. And on the contrary, if you see black, okay, it just consumes 59 watts of power. So there's a range of colors given between white and black. Okay, and you'll see the more bright the color is, okay, it's going to consume some watts of power, which will be more. And as you go toward the darker colors, okay, it consumes less amount of power. Okay, so it is clearly visible that white and bright colors can use up to 20% more power than the black or the dark colors. So this is about colors, or this is about what kind of things you should have it on your monitor. Now the best thing is the power switch. Okay, so we know that every monitor will be having a power switch which will actually help us to just switch off the monitor. Okay, now there are two things. So let's say we are not going to use a monitor for 30 minutes. So one thing is that we can put it into an energy mode, or we can just we discussed, we can put it into a sleep mode. So what will happen is that if you put it for a sleep mode, then the power saving, okay, or if we put it into an energy saving mode, the power saving will go up to 65%. Definitely we will be able to save 65% of the power. But instead, if we just turn off the monitor, it will help us to save the 100% power. So what it simply wants to say कि अगर हमारा monitor बहुत लंबे duration तक use नहीं हो रहा है, so then the best option is to switch it off. Okay, and then whenever we want to use it again, we can switch it on. But yeah, if at all we are not going to use monitor for a less amount of time, then definitely we can go for some energy settings, or we can go for a sleep mode or something like that. So this is another place which is monitors, where you can actually save your power. Okay, now using good power supplies. Okay, so by which another way I can save my power? So I can make use of good power supplies. Okay, now what is a power supply? So we can say a place from which power is coming to our machines, to our servers, or anything. Okay, so nowadays there is a great technological advancement even in the power supply. Okay, back were the days when you were having same circuit boards and same kind of switches and everything available. These days you have very smart switches available. Okay, which can actually help you to, we can say, fluctuate your power supply. If your power requirement is less, less power will come to it. If your power requirement is more power will come to it. अगेन यूजिंग अ गुड पावर सप्लाई, अगर हम अच्छा पावर सप्लाई यूज़ कर रहे हैं तो चांसेस जो है हमारे मशीन्स को बिगड़ने के वो भी कम हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज देन अर्थिंग एंड एवरीथिंग विल बी डन बेटर. Okay, so there is in power supply there is a standard given to us कि अगर हम 80 प्लस स्टैंडर्ड के पावर सप्लाई यूज करते हैं, okay, then it is very good. They help us in actually saving the energy. Okay, so for computers and servers, okay, it can actually help us to save around 80% of the energy, or at times definitely it helps you to save around 20%, 50%, or 100% of the total energy which was being used before you were using 80 plus power supplies. Okay, so that is one another place जहाँ पे हम पावर को एक्चुअली सेव कर सकते हैं, right? Okay. Now, which is another place where we can actually store save the power. So wireless device. Now wireless device कोई ऐसा डायरेक्ट वे नहीं है कि हम अगर हम वायरलेस डिवाइस को यूज़ करेंगे तो हमारा पावर सप्लाई कम होने वाला है. नो, there are certain configurations which we can do in wireless devices so that we can reduce our power. Okay, so similar to monitor. Okay, monitor हमें यूज करना ही है, लेकिन ऐसा क्या मॉनिटर में कर सकते हैं जिससे हम पावर सप्लाई को कम करें. सो सिमिलरली है वायरलेस डिवाइस. वी यूज वायरलेस डिवाइस, बट व्हाट वी कैन डू इन वायरलेस डिवाइस ताकि हम उसका जो पावर सप्लाई है वो कम कर सके. ओके, या सेव कर सकें. Now, when we talk about wireless devices, there are two major things which comes into picture. That is Wi-Fi, and another is Bluetooth. Okay. Now, Wi-Fi काम कैसे करता है? तो Wi-Fi will always keep on checking. There will be an access point, and okay, Wi-Fi will keep on checking to the nearby connections. Okay, so it will keep on searching if there is something. Yeah, yeah. So, Siddharth, that will come. Okay, the gold certification, board certification. We do have a discussion about it in later units. So definitely, I will be. I can answer you after the session also, and I will answer you on that. Okay, fine. ओके, सो या हाँ, हम बात कर रहे थे कि वायरलेस डिवाइस के बारे में. तो व्हाट हैपन्स कि वायरलेस डिवाइस में भी या वाईफाई में भी पोलिंग होते रहता है. पोलिंग मतलब वो थोड़े थोड़े टाइम में चेक करता है कि नहीं नज़दीक में कोई है कि नहीं एक्सेस पॉइंट एंड सो ऑन. ओके, अगर आप वाईफाई डिवाइस को टर्न ऑफ करके ऑन करोगे, ओके, सो यू विल सी, ओके, टाइम टू टाइम विद इन फ्यू सेकंड्स यू विल सी ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ सम नियर बाई एक्सेस पॉइंट्स विच विल बी देयर. नाउ ये चीज़ वाईफाई जो है वो रेगुलर इंटरवल पे करते रहता है. ओके, सो इट कीप्स ऑन डूइंग सो. सो फर्स्ट थिंग कि हम पावर सप्लाई कैसे कर सकते हैं. पहले तो अगर हम वाईफाई यूज़ ही नहीं कर रहे हैं तो बेस्ट थिंग इज़ कि हमको वाईफाई को ऑफ रखना चाहिए इफ़ वी आर नॉट यूजिंग इट. इफ़ एट ऑल वी आर यूजिंग इट, तो जो पोलिंग का टाइम है, ओके, वो हमें कम करना चाहिए. मतलब कि लेट्स से अगर वो हर सेकंड में नए नए एक्सेस पॉइंट्स को ढूंढ रहा है तो वो हमें 1 सेकंड की जगह 5 सेकंड्स कर देना चाहिए या 10 सेकंड्स कर देना चाहिए जैसा हमारा नीड है. So this is one way by which we can actually say that we can save our power. Okay, so I'll just read about it. Wi-Fi access points announce their presence at regular intervals by sending a beacon packet. Okay, now beacon packet कुछ नहीं but एक network packet है. Okay, which will actually tell, which will have some kind of details into it about a network and a network connection, the name of the network, and so on. The default interval for most of the access point is set to 100 milliseconds. मतलब after every 100 milliseconds, okay, it will try to search. The impact of the backend interval is most noticeable when it's trying to find a network to associated with it. Association requires a Wi-Fi to tune and listen to the access packet to broadcast a beacon. The longer the interval, the longer the radio must wait on its channel. Laptops that are close to the access point may be able to save a little bit of power by going to the administrative page of the access point and increasing the beacon interval. Okay, so this is one way by which we can save the power. Bluetooth. Bluetooth radio is also a power consuming element more than Wi-Fi, but there is a facility to enable or disable it as per the use. To save the power, it is always a must. We should disable the Bluetooth when it is not in use. Okay, so these are certain, we can say, tricks and tactics which we can go for wireless devices, which can actually help us to save our power. Okay, And last but not the least, okay, we can go for some kind of software, or basically we can go for some kind of operating system settings which can help us to save our power. Okay, so let's read. Generally, operating systems provide appropriate settings for power saving, but there are also some power saving softwares which are available in the market. Surveyor software, okay, this is very famous software. Surveyor software is a network computer utility that can cut energy use by 30% per machine by switching it into low power mode when a computer is not being used. So see, when you talk about a network, there will be lakhs and lakhs of computers, attached in a network. So surveyor will monitor all the machines which are there in a network, and if it sees that there is some machine which is actually not being used right now, it will automatically, so there is no manual interruption, or there is no manual need, it will automatically turn it into a low power mode. Okay, we can say, it will automatically turn it into a low power mode, and by turning it into a low power mode, okay, basically it can save about 30% of the power supply, okay, per machine. Yeah. Okay. So to conclude, the power consumption is a major issue and it affects the environment. By using certain mechanisms which we have seen, we will definitely be able to see some cuts into the power usage. Okay, so we saw about, we can say, different ways by which, we can actually save our power. Now, when we talk about any organization, it is not mandatory that they should adopt all of these to cut short their power. Okay, it totally depends upon. Some organization may go for better power supplies. In some organization, they may go for blade servers. Okay, some organizations may go for the concept of virtualization. Some organization may go for the concept of data duplicate. There will be some organization which can also apply 5 to 6 techniques like this all together. So it all depends how big the organization is, how big their power consumption is, what all different things they can do, okay, which are feasible to them, जो वो लोग कर सकते हैं, ओके, जो उनके लिए फिजिबल होता है अपना पावर को सेव करने के लिए. बट डेफिनेटली इतना तो श्योर है कि हमने जितना भी इधर देखा है उसमें से कुछ ना कुछ तो यूज करना ही होगा उनको अपना पावर यूजेज जो है वो कम करने के लिए. ओके, so we will have a quick, revision about what all they can do to save their power, and we will also see about just in a quick detail what we have seen till now, and then at the end we will come back to a topic which is known as involving the utility company. Okay, so we will come to it after that. We will come to it. So before that, if we start again, हमने देखा कि कैसे हम पावर को मॉनिटर कर सकते हैं. तो टू मॉनिटर द पावर वी कैन फर्स्ट मेक यूज ऑफ IBM पावर एग्जीक्यूटिव सॉफ्टवेयर. We can make use of kilowatt. We can make use of calculator. Which are the different ways by which we can reduce the power supply? So first we saw data deduplication, virtualization, power management, making use of bigger drives. We can go for low power computers. We can go for blade servers. Okay, we can go for what we call it as server customization. Okay, then what another things which we can do to save power? We can go for some computer settings like polling, turning off the unused devices, making use of large buffers. We can go for green drives. Okay, we can we can put the monitors into a sleep mode, and we can always purchase those monitors, okay, which are having a less power requirement. We can put some monitor settings in which they are actually not rendering animations and graphics, and they mostly are having, we can say, dark colors. Then we can also see to it that we should turn off the monitor when we are not using them, or at least put it into an energy setting mode. What else we can do to save our power? We can make use of good power supplies. Okay, when it comes to wireless devices, we should make some settings in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to save the power. We could actually disable them if we are not using them. Okay, or at least we can increase their intervals. What else we can do to save the power is to make use of some software like surveyor software, which can actually help us to put the computer into a low power mode when it is not being used. Okay, so these are different ways which can help us to save the power. And there are two another things which we haven't discussed yet, that is a RAID architecture and MAID architecture. Okay, RAID and MAID. Okay, so we will see about that also. But before that, now let's discuss the another topic, okay, which says involving the utility company. Now, involving the utility company मतलब क्या हो जाता है? So कि we have to just ask our providers, okay, जो हमें electricity provide करते हैं, उनसे हम पूछ सकते हैं कि what all we can do to save our power, okay? So that is one thing. Okay, first thing is we can ask all these organizations who are, so let's say if I'm purchasing power from let's say Reliance, I should ask them or request them to tell me where my power usage is more or where my power usage is less, and then I can save money on it. Second is monitoring, so these two are dependent on each other. Okay, I can ask my electrical company to tell me where my power usage is going high, so that basically I can just cut it short. Now next, which is actually very important, just a second. Okay, so the most important part over here is we call it as sellback opportunities. Now what is the idea of sellback opportunities? Okay, so sellback opportunities, okay, it is also known at it is also known as net metering. This is an important concept. So इसमें क्या होता है कि an organization is now actually not purchasing the power from government or someone else, rather than an organization starts producing the power for itself. Okay, and let's say if it produces some power which is more, so let's say अगर एक किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसको कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है अपने कंपनी के लिए, तो वो अपना पावर खुद ही प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, और अगर कुछ पावर एक्स्ट्रा जनरेट हो जाता है देन दे विल सेल इट. To whom they will sell it? So either they can sell to an electrical company, or either they can make up or their own small electrical firm, and from there they can send it to the consumers. Okay, so this is something which is very important. And all the power supplies that we are getting these days from Reliance or Adani or L&T, they were not actually into the business of we can say power, but what they did is, because they were also in requirement of power, they started this concept wherein they started generating power for themselves, and whatever excess power is generated, they sell it to the we can say nearby crowd. Okay, now what we will need. Okay, so at times, if you're generating power which is obtained from sun, what all you will be needing it. So you might, okay, this is a business which even we can start, or we can say many organizations have already started with this business. They need a photovoltaic panel, they need an inverter, and they need a meter. Okay, photovoltaic panels, these panels will absorb solar radiation. They are made up of silicon and coated with tempered glass. Panels are typically mounted on roof or on a standing pole. I think we have already seen this architecture. Inverter, this device will regulate the power and changes it into the alternating current. Meter, you will read the meter that can run backward and can show how much you are sending it to the utility company. Okay, so whatever electrical power they are actually generating, then depending on the rules and regulations, okay, they will be able to sell it or give it to government, or whatever they have to do, they can do it. Okay, but point is that that they generate the power for their own selves, okay, and if some excess is there, okay, they can always have an opportunity to sell it. Okay, so this is how an architecture look like. There will be a solar module, okay, which will be mostly made up of solar cells. Okay, so this is the smallest thing. uh, then there will be so many multiple solar panels, and again having uh, so many solar panels itself together will make a solar array. Okay, this is a photovoltaic system in which there will be solar array, they will be mounted. Okay, there will be a tracking system, there will be cables, there will be direct current isolator, battery, inverter, okay, a charge controller, electric meter, and so on. Okay, and this is how basically we will be able to, so even you can make a very small architecture when you can have a solar panel, and then whatever solar that you are getting, it basically gets converted into a kind of an alternating current, and then you can attach some a device over there and give the power supply which you are getting from solar to a new device. You can charge a phone, you can light a bulb, or anything is there. So now point is that why this topic is given over here. So we are understanding how we can actually save our power. So if we start making use of solar and try to generate electricity from there, then definitely okay, we are getting actual electricity which is free of cost, and we are not making use of any fossil fuel also, which means we are completely going into a renewable way, okay, to just make our electricity. So definitely this is going to be again a very important, we can say, help to us in saving our power. Okay, so that's why this topic is given over here. Okay, and students, when I'll give you this PDF, there is something, okay, which is being been there, that is mobile buyback process, which is actually not at all required and not in a context of this chapter. Its context is there in some another chapter, so this is not required, this table. It's actually is not serving any purpose over here. So I'm just letting you know because I'll give you this PDF. Okay, fine. Okay, so this was about, we can say, sellback opportunities. uh, what any organization can do is they can produce the power for its own self, which is also known as net metering. And for that they will need photovoltaic panels, an inverter, and a meter. And this is how the whole system will look like. Okay, so except raid and maid, we have seen almost everything into this chapter. So what I'm going to do is I'll stop share, and